Teaching literacy is a multi-skilled activity, and teachers need a lot of support for enabling the children to practice the skills of early literacy. Phonics is a very big part of early literacy, and I have a cube set for teaching phonics, or for assisting with teaching phonics. Here we have cubes that have the alphabet on them. The consonants are in blue and the vowels are in red, and the children can either put them together to make small words such as ton, or they can be used by the teacher to say, what letter is this? Can you find something in the classroom that starts with this letter? Can you write a word down in your workbook that starts with this letter? Various things like that. As the children become more accustomed to reading, so we have the blends. This is a 2-letter sound. So this is a lt blend. So we can say, can we think of words that have the lt blend in it, like melt and felt, all different things like that. There's lots of different, some of them are for the start of words, like stop, start, stand, and some of them for the end, like ilk, milk, silk, things like that. Here again, the teacher can either give a group of children one cube and they need to come up with a word for each blend they have, or she can send it home as a homework exercise. How many words can you find with sk in them? SK. Lots of different ways to use that. They're very nice texture as well. The children enjoy playing with them. If they are messy, you can wipe them very easily. Then we have word families. This is the endings of words, or a series of letters that would be found in the word. So here, can you come up with words that end in R, such as tar, car, far, etc.? Can you come up with words that end in ug, bug, rug, slug, and so it goes. We've got 3-letter words, and then there's 4-letter word families. So that would have a letter in front, and then ack. So back, lack, sack, pack, and so it goes. Lots of different ways for the teachers to use this. Very nice resource to be introduced in grade 1 and can be used in grade 2 even up to grade 3. Then we have lowercase letter magnetic letters. These are spongy and magnetic, so they can go onto a whiteboard. They also very nice for early grade 0, grade 1 activities, where the children need to physically see and touch what letters feel like. It can be used to show different words. Inside each box you get 4 sets of alphabets, so it can be used for several kids at one time. Then we have the Pop for Sight Words game. Same pop principle in that we're collecting tokens. First 1 to 5 is the winner. How the game works is we pass this box around the circle, the player picks out a token, reads the sight word on it. So this one says we. If I say it right, I keep it. If I say it wrong, I put it back into the box. Then I'll give you a turn, and you a turn, and you a turn. So we're going around the circle, all collecting tokens. If one of us pulls the word pop out, we've got to put all our tokens back in and start from the beginning again. Very nice resource, very good for practicing sight words, which is a fundamental part of early reading. Very nice for ensuring that the strongest player isn't necessarily always the winner, because the pop can come at any stage. So if the strongest player's got 4 tokens, 1 more token to win, the pop might come up, and that levels the playing field. I've got a variety of different pop games, not only for sight words. I've got 2 for sight words. I've also got for letters. I've got for blends and word families. These are all for reinforcing early literacy. If you're interested in different ones, we can always talk about that. I've also got dominoes. This domino game is for long vowels. So this would be end of grade 1, going into grade 2, and supported in grade 3, and for consolidation in grade 3. The long vowel is either the magic E that makes the vowel long, or 2 vowels together. So the object here is that the children will be building dominoes, building word strings of different words. that have a long vowel in it. I've also got the similar thing for short vowels, which is a 3-letter word. These tend to be 4 or 5-letter words. And I've also got for blends and digraphs, which is for 5-letter words. So here you can either give the children each a set of dominoes and they play as if they're playing dominoes, or you can have one that you pick out and say, right, let's talk about words that end in IE. How many words can you find? What words are there? Can you find something in the classroom that ends in IE? Can you think of something in the school ground that might end in IE? Lots of different ways. Or you can just use the letter in the beginning. Say, let's think about words that end in that start with L. How many words can we find? Let's talk about those words. Lots of teaching opportunities here. Not just for a small group on the carpet, but for a whole class activity. Then I have a word game called Word for Word. This is a fantastic game, doesn't need any desk space like the dominoes need, because the children can build the words into the air. This game has a variety of different unifix shaped blocks. It's got consonants in blue, vowels in red, blends in green, and then it's got 3-letter words and 4-letter words, blocks for building 3 and 4-letter words. So the yellows are the word endings, the word families. So how this works is you'd give children in a group a series of different colored blocks. You turn over the timer and say go, and they need to find as many words as they can in the time allowed. So they might find several words on 2 blocks pushed together, or only one word. Once the time is finished, they switch blocks amongst themselves and then see if they can find as many words as their friend found in the same time slot. Very good game for early phonics. Lots of different ways a teacher could use this, not only just to play the game. She could talk about just a word ending, a word family, A's. Let's talk about how many words we can find with A's. She can talk about the different spellings of different words with the same phonetic sounds. Lots and lots of different ways. Great resource. Then we have the speakers box. Part of the CAPS curriculum is speaking, is being able to speak in public. This is a lovely resource that facilitates speaking. You can either use it as a speaking activity, or you could use it as a homework or a writing activity, depending on the need in the classroom. The speakers box is divided into 4 different colored cards. There are orange cards, yellow cards, blue cards, and black cards. The orange cards have a picture on the one side, and on the other side they have a question. What are the steps to brushing your teeth? All of the orange cards are sequential. What are the steps to going down a slide? How do you clean up a spill? How do you write a letter? How do you answer telephone? How do you peel an orange? Things like that. So all very good for sequential reasoning. You can separate, or the teacher could separate out just the orange cards and talk just to the orange cards. The black ones have pictures on both sides. On the one side it will say what could happen next. Can the child see what's happening in the picture and predict what might happen? On the other side it's what's happening here. Can the child see and describe what's happening in the picture using their speaking skills? The yellow and the blue offer critical thinking choices. The blue ones offer one option. What game do you like to play and why? It's also got a picture on the back if you want to talk to the picture. The yellow one offers critical thinking but 2 options. Would you rather sing or dance? Why? Well, I'd rather sing. These are lovely resources for the classroom. Very good. Teachers love them. Lastly, I have a set of retell a story cubes. This is to see if the children are inferring knowledge from a play they've watched, a movie they've watched, a story the teacher might have told them, or a book they've read. Each cube is a soft, foamy cube. They've got questions on each side, so in a set you get 36 different questions. Things like, what would you like to know more about? Tell about the illustration you liked best. Tell why you disliked the story. What characters do you most differ from? How did the main characters differ? Tell about the mood at the ending. Lots of good questions for the teachers, so they don't need to come up with the questions themselves. They could just roll the dice and ask. Again, it can be used as an individual activity. The child comes up to your desk, you roll the dice and ask, or it can be used as a class activity. give different groups a block and say come up with an answers to one of the questions or all of the questions, or can be sent as a homework activity. Tell why you like the story. Send it home, get the children to write a paragraph at home. Those are our literacy resources.